Hi, today we're going to be looking at probably one of the pieces which is most loved by Be Bop Deluxe fans. It's called Sister Seagull, and it's written in E minor, which means it's the relative minor of the G scale, which contains one sharp, which is F. In order to play the solo over the top, what you're going to need to do is go on the internet and have a look for the E minor pentatonic scale, and you'll find it. And you'll be able to solo over the top of this. Today, for authenticity, I'm going to be, and also for technical reasons I'll show you as well, is I'm going to be using, for the electric guitar part, my trusty Gibson early 1970s, suitably, Gibson Les Paul Deluxe Custom, with a Mesa Boogie Mark IV amp, which is interesting because Mr. Nelson, of course, favoured Mesa Boogie and at the beginning of his career, and sometimes you can tell with this particular amplifier. So we're going to go through it bit by bit as usual, and take it to pieces and show you how to play Sister Seagull by Bill Nelson and Be Bop Deluxe. Okay, the introduction starts with sort of D to E slide at the 10th and 12th frets on the 6th and 5th string here. Pretty straightforward. And then he does this pentatonic descent, which is 15th to 12th, 15th to 12th on the 1st and 2nd string, and then 14th to 12th on the 3rd and 4th string, landing on the E. You can almost hear it already. But the thing is that what Bill does, he sort of twiddles around. Yeah, but all the notes are within that pentatonic, and then there's this bit at the end where it goes, which is just bending the A on the 14th fret of the 3rd string up to a B, and you land back on the 12th fret of the 2nd string to get to re-establish that B. It's like that. Let's hear it situ. And that's the introduction. The verse is pretty straightforward. It only consists of a few chords, and they're simply E minor, C and D, and then same thing again, and then a rundown from C to B minor. So in its simplest form it sounds like this. That's not how they do it. What they do is that they use a very open sound, and so you're actually using a C which you get here, which is a C major 7th actually, which is C, G, C again, and then leave the open B, open E. Slip up 2 frets of the D and you get that. And then when you do the C to B minor run, it's just simply open strings with a C bass here on the 3rd fret, going down to the 2nd fret like this. Okay, and that's how that fits into the song. There is a sort of little interlude bit which he goes into an F, so to run up to it from D. Sort of strange. It is an F chord, by the way, but again it's open. It leaves that B ringing, so it's, and he leaves the G in there. And then when he goes to the rundown, he keeps his finger on the G and he goes. Okay, so let's hear that in situ now, in the song.
So
that's the verse, and that's played all the way through. Okay, the middle section is only consists of 3 chords, which is C, D, and strangely B flat that shows up. But some nice little interludes in it as well along the way. The C chord is as we've been playing before. You can bar across, you can get that D if you want to, or make a full C chord as well. The D is obviously our new friend, which is that one with the D with the open E. There's a B flat as well, which you get into by doing a sort of hammer on the A to B, and then I'm not sure who plays it there, but it's a B flat chord. And then there's this little tune as well, which is played, which is like a pentatonic, but it goes like this, something like that along the way. But he puts a C bass in it and does a fill with the right hand. Something like that. You'll hear it. So let's put it into situ and let's see what it sounds like.
Ways of the earth
I should say that final chord looks to me like a C9, to be absolutely honest with you. So I'm keeping the D there on the third string, second string, third fret. I think that's how he ends it. So that's the interlude. Something like that. One way to think about the way to think about solos here is it's just basically in the E minor pentatonic, and the simplest one for this piece obviously is going to be found at the 12th fret, as we started in the introduction. This kind of yeah. And if you think about the beginning of the solo, that's exactly what he does. He goes like that. That's all within pentatonic, but he does it here at the root with the at the 7th fret. And then there's this kind of wailing A up to the B, so it bends the A on the 15th, on the 14th fret of the G string here. And just bending that D there on the 15th fret up to the E. Still that twiddle. Ending on the G, on the 12th fret, 3rd string, and then you bend up the G here on the 15th fret and the 1st string up to the A, and that's essentially just a G major run. And then you kind of have this It's a B, G, E section, and then F sharp, E, D, A, B. Then obviously it goes. And then there's these extraordinary notes at the top, which is try and get right here, which you have to go right the way to the 22nd fret for the D, and you have to bend it. You can get it. And they are an E right at the top. And that's why I said at the beginning, there's a little bit of technicalities here, because you can't do that on a guitar that doesn't have 22 frets or 23 frets. Like my Fender Stratocaster's got 21. So you can't do it. There you go. And then the final bit I want to say is about the Seagulls. I love the Seagulls. And they just simply, basically, go to the highest note you can get and just go. And if you've got lots of reverb on it or echo, it'll sound like it. And probably Yorkshire Seagulls they are as well, which he's heard over and over and over again. So anyway, there's a couple of tips. That E minor pentatonic that you're going to need, and a few bits and pieces to play over the solo. Have some fun with this. It's a great piece. That's Bill Nelson and Be Bop Deluxe, Sister Seagull.